Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Premier Ohio Gambetta has already booked their place in the championship game of the 2025 Jakob Gehring Woodbat Memorial World Series for the 17U division. Who will join them? It's the number 2 seed T3 and the number 3 seed OSF Baseball up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Smacked into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
And there's another one. It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
For the fourth time today, welcome on into Schweickert Field on the campus of John Carroll University. This is the 2025 Jakob Gehring Woodbat Memorial World Series semifinals as the 2025 17U T3 Warhawks, led out by so many top talents from the NEO area, take on the East Side's finest and the number 3 seed OSF Baseball. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Should be a fun one. We are still running ahead of schedule here in University Heights, and we hope to keep it that way as this day is going on. The new goal is to start the championship game at around 5 p.m. opposed to 5:30. But first, we have to set up the matchup. Premier Gambetta getting a 10-0 win over OSF Baseball in the semifinals. They will be there for sure. Who will they play? That is what we are here to find out right now in University Heights, Ohio on the east side. First pitch is going to be a ball at 2:55 p.m., and we are underway. Henry Simperman, the center fielder, stepping in to get us underway for OSF. And he will see 2 straight balls. On the mound for T3, it is the rising junior Dan Steingass. Dan just finished up his sophomore year for the state champ Norwayne. Or excuse me, not the state champ, the regional finalist Norwayne. Got Norwayne and Waynedale mixed up for a moment. With 3 balls to begin this game, not the start he had in mind. In the on-deck circle after Sepperman, it goes Rood, and then in the hole, it's Man. Sepperman takes ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard. Very good start for OSF's offense. The leadoff man is on, and now they'll bring in Rood. Rood, the number 2 hitter wearing number 1, comes to the squad by way of Rocky River High School. First pitch is going to miss off the plate for ball 1. Steingass struggling to find the strike zone early on in the outing. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. Once again off for ball 2. Patience is the name of the game right now. And until we see a strike, I think that kind of has to be the parting line. Not ideal by any means for T3, but they're going to have to find something here soon. But a 2-0 counts on Rud. Mann, Loser, then Rolf, Barris, Penza, Leisure, Rupel will follow him up. He's still definitely a big factor here at John Carroll. I believe it was in the 90s earlier on today. It still might be the Sun, not as much a figure, as that'll be ball 4. 8 straight balls to begin the game. And now we will have a meeting between the starting catcher, Samrin, and his pitcher, Steingas, which I think is the right call here. You got to settle him down right now. 8 pitches so far, 8 balls. And there's going to be some immediate action in the T3 bullpen. If you can't find a strike soon, they're going to have to make that difficult change in the first. Braden Mann, wearing number 18, now steps in. He just won a state championship with Lake Catholic. And they were able to take down Sandusky Perkins in the championship game. First pitch down low for ball 1. 9 straight balls to begin the game. Steingas can't really just lob one over the plate because Mann is going to take it the other way. He has to find a strike somehow, though. The 1-0 in there. First strike of the day, now 1-1. He really needed that one. The question is, can he continue down that path, or has he already sealed his fate? 1 ball, 1 strike at the count. Steingas will look back the runner and not throw. But a very tough start for the T3 defense. Back-to-back walks begin the game. And now with a guy like Mann in with all his power, a chance for OSF to take an early lead. There's a good drive into right field. Still going back. McKee has it for out number 1. He will throw over towards third. That ball is going to go behind. And that is going to put 2 runners in scoring position. A very good fly out from Mann as that puts runs 1 and 2 right where Loser wants them to be. Kyle Loser, wearing number 33, comes to the squad by way of St. Ignatius. He'll be a senior for Iggy in the fall. But right now the DH has the priority of getting these guys in. An early start for OSF, who are the underdogs in this game, is a must. Especially on a hot day like this. You got to fight through the heat. You got to fight through everything that's going against you. You have to play true traditional baseball. And right now it's just being patient, and that is working out very good for OSF. A lot of balls flying by out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Steingas sets and fires. Down low for ball 3. 1 more ball, and that will bring up Rolf with the bases loaded. Already 2 walks in this game, surrendered by Steingas. His 3-0 in there for strike 1. Finally able to get that one in there, and he needed that one just as much as he needed the last one. If I'm Steingas, it's tough. He's got to play catch, but for the time being, you got to find a strike first. And he's not going to find it on the outside edge. It is ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And there is still some stretching going on in the bullpen for T3. We're going to see who that is in a moment. But all the focus is on OSF's offense. If they can get a base hit here, or more importantly, just avoid a double play, they will score. First pitch sails up for ball 1. Braylon Rolf, wearing number 7, comes to the squad by way of Eastlake North High School. Time called once again by T3. And are they going to make the change? This is the second visit of the inning. The pitcher's in the pen, not much time to get ready, I think this is more of a stalling technique. Give the pitchers time to warm up, and if anything right now, just help your pitcher get out of the situation in front of him, or to put it more in accordance to the game of baseball, behind him. But this is not the start T3 had in mind. They had big aspirations and still do of getting Premier Gambito once again. I believe they did defeat them earlier on this campaign 5-4. So that is a revenge game, so to speak, for Premier Gambito. They want that matchup. The Warhawks still want it too, as they think they can take a title off of Premier. The 1-0. And they're now 1-1. And that is why you take the mound visit there. You settle him down. You give him all of the possible attention that you can give. And if it doesn't work from there, then you make that change. The 1-1. Good drive into left field. That one is down, and OSF is on the board. They are going to bring in 2 runs, and that is a good start to life in the semifinals. Braylon Rolfe, a 2 RBI double, and it is the 3 seed up early. Beautiful drive down the line. You see him get a good amount of barrel on the ball, and that is ideally the start of a rally. OSF up early. They want more. They need more, especially against a team like T3. If you play 3 or 4, the Warhawks are one of the few squads that can easily match that. The question is, can they? Good drive deep to center field. That one is going to be caught for out number 2. They are going to send the runner in. They tried getting the runner if he went to third. He did not. It'll just be a sacrifice fly for Barris, and that will make it 3-0. Just what a start for OSF. Not at all what we expected heading into this contest. We expected this one to be a closer affair, or if anything, T3 to pull away early. But it is the complete opposite. First pitch in there for strike 1. In the bottom of the inning, it's Wilkinson, Bingham, and Younglis set to hit. And T3 is going to need all of them to get on, or at least do something productive. Steingast is 0-1. Down low and blocked behind the dish. But for those just tuning in between a fly out to right field, 2 walks before, 1 after, loaded up the bases, 2 RBI double, brought 2 in, sac fly brought in 1. And that brings us to our 3-0 scoreline in the top of the first. As well, for those just tuning in, this is OSF Desico opposed to OSF McCoy. Good cut over towards third. It is a nice catch, and the side is retired. T3 needed a big play like that to set up their offense. The defense unable to get the stops early enough, and it's OSF on the board first. Middle of 1 on the east side. It is the number 3 seed, up by 3 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom of the first inning at Schweickert Field on the campus of John Carroll University. OSF baseball off to the races, up 3-0 early on in this game for T3. And it's Wilkinson, Bingham, and Younglish trying to bring this game back within reach. It's not out of reach yet early on, but a couple more innings just like that, and this one can get ugly real quick. And this T3 squad, battle-tested, they know that very well. Patience is going to be key, as that is another miss. On the mound today for OSF, it is number 25, Daniel Romine. Romine comes to the squad by way of St. Ignatius. That one in there for strike one. Couple of Ignatius kids on that roster, Romaine and Loser. As for T3, a lot of the in and around Lorain County schools. Amherst, you can pretty much throw a rock and hit a kid from Amherst. So many on this roster. I don't think the main man in Cale Charles can throw today. He is one of the ones that was a key contributor for Amherst Steel in their state championship push, as that ended up falling in the state championship game, but he was one of their key figures on the mound. Also have Cole Charles as well. So we'll see who we end up getting to look at in this game and who we will see in the next game if we make it there. And also, I don't think he's going to play in this game, but Nolan Kleinbiel, one of the big stories of the offseason, transferring from Buckeye to North Royalton. Romine's pitch, it is off the plate for ball four, and the leadoff man is aboard. Going back to Kleinbiel, played his first 2 years of high school ball at Buckeye, was their big man for the basketball team, three-sport athlete, now gone. That is a big hole to fill for Buckeye. And for North Royalton, that is one heck of a get. And because it's public to public, he can play the full season. And most likely that move came because, well, he moved. But that is one of the bigger things that we just learned for this upcoming OHSAA season.
Yeah, well, they're losing someone else, too. DeMarco, Buckeye's losing, too.
Throw back to one, not in time. And as well, good point just made that Scott DeMarco, who we saw a couple weeks ago, also gone. Buckeye needs to dig deep in their reserves to find some good pitching for next year. They just had one heck of a campaign. But the question is, with how many guys they lost, can they do it again? I don't know if the answer is yes to that, especially with Lakewood bringing in some top guys from the bottom of their organization up. Drew Jones, who came in from St. Ed's, he just committed to BG. That's going to be a tough year for Buckeye upcoming. Ground ball hit up the middle right to second base, but it is going to take a tip into the outfield, and that'll put two on with nobody out. And that is the kind of game that we're going to see. And we're just sneaking up the middle. I think the highest scoring game I've seen today across the board is a 9-8 game in the bottom of the third. That is Premier Manicki taking on T3 Rua. But I saw that and saw 17 runs combined between two very good teams. Just didn't add up, but we might be seeing something very similar here. Now Ryan Youngless, the third baseman, steps in. He does represent the tying run. Once again, hit up the middle. It is going to range into center field again. The throw to one. It is wide. He is safe. The opening run will score, and that will put runners at the corners. No surprise that T3 was able to respond in the bottom of the inning, and there are no signs of them stopping. Perfectly placed ball up the middle. A lot of credit to Rolf at short that he was able to even scoop that one up, but the spin kind of lost track of the ball while doing so. And that puts the tying run at first. Go ahead in the box, and Cole Fernandez. Fernandez, the rising senior, plays his high school ball for Medina Highland. Romine checks, sets, throws back to one. Not going to be in time. And I think he does anticipate a steal, as do I. Whether it be the first pitch or a little bit later on, I think we will see that happen. Swing and a miss, and he goes down to a knee. 0-1 the count. When you swing that hard that you go down to the ground, you know you're bringing your full force forward. Sometimes that's good, especially when you make contact, but when you don't, you end up like that. Romine sets, throws back once again to one, and I think he's doing this just to try and see if his momentum sways right or left. If it's right, he anticipates the steal. If it's left, no. And if you are the runner at first, which is Youngless, you have to anticipate that. Now he goes 0-1. It is going to skip wide, and that is going to bring in run number 2. It looked like it was going to go behind, but in the end, it stays local, but not local enough. And a tying run now stands in scoring position for T3. Whole lot of defense early on in this game. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Fernandez. After the DH, it goes to what you could call the EH and Ethan Sedovic. Fly ball popped into shallow right field. That one will be caught for out number 2. Nice shallow put out, and now that'll bring in Sedovic. Ethan Sedovic, the rising junior, just finished up his sophomore campaign for Bay. Bay Village, not exactly the group that they were a couple of years ago, kind of in a rebuilding campaign, but they still have a chance to be a great squad in the CWC in the years to come. We'll foul that one back. 0-1 the count. But only 1 down in the inning, and they needed that first out. Now the question is, can T3 still keep the offense rolling and get that run in? The first 2 were very important, arguably the most important 2 that they could have received, but the third ties up the game, and that resets it. And if the offense continues to hit like this, we might have our longest game of the day by far. But I kind of think one team's offense is going to cool down and the other's is going to only heat up. That is just what the game script kind of looks like right now. The 1-0 misses low for ball 2, and Sedovic will tell the runner at second to hold up. After Sedovic, it's McKee, Charles, then Peluso. Last inning, OSF was able to bat 7. Sedovic for T3, he is their 5th. Romines 2-0, chopped down the left field line, picked up in fair territory, and there is out number 2. Kind of an accidental swing down the line, but it moves the tying run up to 3rd. So in a way, he does get a job done, but not the job that he thought he was going to do. Now that sets up Wyatt McKee, the right fielder. McKee just finished up his sophomore campaign at Keystone in LaGrange. And here on SmeeSports, we have seen a very prominent alumni of Keystone very often, and that is the ever-dangerous third baseman of Tri-C, Brock Miller. As he fouls out a 1 away, 0-1 the count. The winner of this game will take on Premier Gambetta at around 5:30 p.m. The umpires are hopeful they can get that game underway at around 5. But we will see what ends up happening. The 0-1 off the plate, now 1-1. And with this being a longer first inning, that does kind of change up that idea. The time limit would come in and disrupt the game at around, I believe, 4:50. So that would probably put us back to a 5:30 start. 1-1 off the plate for ball 2. In the top of the inning for OSF, it is 8-9-1. And they are going to need to keep the offense rolling. 2 balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Fouled away, and that one is going to, I believe, bounce off of the press box. So count now stands at 2 balls, 2 strikes, tying run at 3rd. OSF looking to get out of the inning and really win the inning. Romines 2-2. Misses down low for ball 3, and we are full. Definitely a good miss down low, but I would say a little bit too low for it to be a strike. And that now leads up to this all-important 3-2 pitch. But first time called by McKee. OSF up 3-2 early on in this one. Romine looking for out number 3. Here comes the payoff pitch. Well off the plate for ball 4, and the inning will continue. That'll put runners at the corners with 2 down, and up steps Cole Charles. Cole Charles just finished up his sophomore campaign at Amherst Steel. Amherst making it all the way to the state championship game, only to lose to Anthony Wayne. Time now called as OSF is going to talk things over on the mound. Not surprised to see them take a second to themselves and regather, as right now this is not the spot they want to be in. Their offense did a lot of good in the top of the inning, but I think they expected this response in the bottom of the frame. The top was only going to last for so long. But now the question is, how do they go from here? If the offense comes up empty in the top of the second inning, that leaves the door wide open for another rally just like this for T3. And that could potentially be a 5-6 run inning that all but pretty much puts them out of contention. There are very few teams in these competitions that you look at and say, okay, if you give them the opportunity, they will put you out of the game that early by scoring 9-10 runs. Gambetta was one of them. This T3 squad's another. Going into some other age groups, OEB Rundgren's another one that can do that. T3 Rua, and then a big one, Team Ohio Pro Select. Those guys have the ability to, even if they're down early, give them one big inning and the game's done. That one hit foul. 0-1 the count. It is Cole Charles in. He'll be followed up by Peluso, then Samarin and Winston. OSF batting 9 in this game. T3 batting 10. We will see how that dynamic ends up playing out. Throw back to one. Had him by a step, but the throw a bit too late. That happens sometimes when the throw is just a couple seconds behind. And at that point, you just kind of tell them what you're trying to do. Ground ball hit to the right side. That one is through, and we are tied up at 3. The play at third not going to be in time. That'll keep runners at the corners. It's a big RBI single for Cole Charles. Perfect piece of hitting. Got the job done. Go ahead and run right there for Peluso to drive in. So far, a combined 6 runs have scored in this inning. And we have been at it for about 30 minutes now. A very long first inning, and keep in mind, we've had some games go a total of 1 hour 15 today. But T3 looking to keep mounting on the runs. First pitch sails up for ball 1. Not a guarantee, but a good chance we see 2 new pitchers in the second. If Steingas can regather himself, then I think he'll stay in. As for Romine, if he gets with this run, he might be done here. Runner goes. The pitch is going to miss. That'll be ball 2, and on indifference, that puts another runner into scoring position. A.J. Peluso wearing number 10, the rising senior at Ignatius, a chance to get a hit off of his fellow Wildcat and give T3 the lead. Swings and misses there, now 2-1. Still 9 and 10 left to go before we go back to the top of the order for T3. And this officially is going to be a longer inning than the top of the first. The 2-1 misses down low for ball 3. And we are 1 ball away from once again having the bases loaded. We had that to start the inning. And we also had that back in the top of the first. Romine's 3-1 in there, and we are full. A chance for OSF to get out of the inning and pretty much make this one a no contest. But T3, they have bigger plans on their mind. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Peluso chases upstairs, and the inning is over. Both sides able to plate 3 runs through 1, 3 apiece on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. One complete, and after a couple of games of relatively no offense, we found it all here. 6 runs scored combined in the first frame. A very slow inning, but still a lot of baseball left to go in this game. And as well today, still the championship game is up next. The winner of this contest takes on Premier Ohio Gambetta. The 0-1 from Steingass is in their 0-2. And it's at least so far through 2 pitches, which is a very small sample size in baseball. Steingass is starting to get a better command of the strike zone. The 0-2. That one sails upstairs for ball 1, but I don't think that's a spot you throw a strike. You can control this game. T3, I would say, still does control this game. It's tied, but they scored their 3 runs more recently than OSF, and that gives them that slight edge. The 1-2 goes right over the head, and now it is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lesher, Ruppel, and Simperman set to hit this inning for OSF. The 2-2 off the plate for ball 3, and we are full. Steingass starting to lose it again. Needs a strike here, cannot give up another walk. Going back to last frame, he allowed 3. The payoff pitch, that one is in there for strike 3 looking, and there is out number 1. First strikeout of the day recorded by either pitcher, or excuse me, second strikeout of the day. First for Steingass, and then Romine had one to end the bottom of the first. But the pitcher starting to finally settle into the game. Steingass has a big call there, and he definitely needed that one. As you see it back on the replay, right in the zone on the inside edge. And in the meantime, there is strike 1 on Ruppel. Jack Ruppel just finished up his senior campaign at Hawken. 0-1 backs him out, so now 1-1. And with that being said, that means we did cover his final ever high school baseball game as Hawken bowed out of the state tournament to Holy Name in the district semis. The 1-1 up and in for ball 2. Looking ahead to next week's coverage, it is TBD right now. The plan is to be at Akron all day on Thursday, and then Sunday covers some championship round baseball, but that is still unconfirmed. Ruppel chops it down the line towards third. Throw across the diamond on the stretch is in time for out number 2. Nice strong throw across the diamond from Younglis at third. 2 up, 2 down, and back to the top of the order we go with Simperman. Simperman was one of 2 to walk to begin the game. He along with Rudd. You'll fake bunt, and that one will sail over the catcher as it slightly tips off of his glove. 1-0 the counts. As for T3 in the bottom of the inning, Samarin, Winston, and Wilkinson set to hit. That is 9, 10, and 1. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Now 1-1. And the nice thing about both teams having their offense when they did, it basically makes the first inning null and void. They cancel each other out. It's a new ball game. No harm, no foul. The 1-1 will miss down low for ball 2. But overall, this is game number 9 of the week for us. Day number, I believe, 4. Ground ball hit up the middle toward short, scooped up in the hole. High throw, and that one is not in time as it will go behind the first baseman. And that'll put Simperman back on the E6. A very high throw across the diamond from Bigham. Good strong throw at the same time, but strength is only as good as your accuracy, and at that point the accuracy was not there. 1 on, 2 down, and that'll bring in Rood. Rood 0 for 0 in this one as he walked his first time up. 1 runner on, 2 down. Long pause, then the pitch. Misses upstairs for ball 1. But right now, Steingast starting to lose control of the zone again. It has come and gone. Certain stints, he is right on there, always on point. Others just can't seem to find it. And that one's going to bounce in and be blocked behind the dish by Semifinals. If either side is to win the game, pitching is going to have to take over. And looking at pitching for the next game, it has been officially announced by Premier that Antonio Escano is going to be on the mound for that game. They made that announcement via Twitter shortly after their win against OSF. 2-0 inside for ball 3. In the on-deck circle, it is Braden Mann, the state champ. He had 2 on with nobody out his last time up. Would still have a chance to hit with 2 on, but in this occasion, 2 down. Steingast coming set. The pitch in there for strike 1, a well-needed strike 1. That gives him a chance to battle back. T3 wants to pull away from OSF in the bottom of the inning, and a lot of that hinges on the defense coming up here with the stop. The 3-1, it is up and out for ball 4. That'll put Rood on at first. So now 2 on, 2 down. Mann steps in, 0 for 1 with a flyout. But right now, OSF on the door of taking back their lead. They had a lead to begin the game and just lost it in the bottom of the inning. But Mann will pop that one up. It is going into no man's land in left center. Called off in center. And the side is retired. A slight scare at the end of the top of the second inning. But nothing comes to pass for the OSF offense. Middle of 2 on the east side. 3-3 your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. 3-3 your score as we enter the bottom of the second inning. A good one on hand so far in the second semifinal of the day. First pitch is going to be in there for strike one. It is Samarin, Winston, and Wilkinson, 9, 10, and 1, set to swing for T3 in the bottom of the second inning. They scored 3 in the first. Can they do that again, or at least something along those lines? Fly ball hit into center field. That one tracked down and caught for out number 1. Still early on in the frame, but this could be a contest where both offenses are on at the same time and both offenses are off at the same time. But still, that makes for some great baseball. That keeps it a nice competitive game. And that's what we're here to see, especially in that championship game. We're not here for the 10-0s, 12-0s. We don't want to see the blowouts. We want to see the close games. Fly ball in the left field. That one also caught for out number 2. 2 up and 2 quick down. That was Rupel in left who made that play. Back to the top of the order we go with Nick Wilkinson. He walked to lead off the bottom of the first. And Wilkinson, yet another representative of the Comets of Amherst Steel on this roster. Going down the list just to try and pick them all out. Cole Charles, Spencer Kane, Nick Wilkinson, Cooper Bigham, and Cale Charles. Those are the Comets that I see on the roster as of right now. Could also be more with guest players, or could also be some guest players mixed in there. But that's what we have for now. A 1 miss is now 1-1. That is always the interesting part about these tournaments. You see a lot of guest players come in, and that kind of changes things up. The really cool story we saw with guest players was for Ohio Elite in the Diamond League tournament. We had 2 younger siblings come in and actually hold their own in the 18U division. Both 15U players coming up and helped out their big brothers. And the one big brother who was helped out in Brady Bowen, initially a guest player for OEB, now a full-time player. Good crank into right field. That one is going to fall for a 2-out single. Wilkinson on for the second time in this game. Nice solid drive into right field. T3 needed a spark, whether it be a wonk, hard 90, or a base hit like this. They needed something to show the offense is still here, and there it is. Takes it off to the right side as the lefty. Not an easy thing to do, but that is now the go-ahead run if he does come around to score. And that'll set up Bigham. Bigham fouls that one away. 0-1 the count. Looking at the sun again, it has come and gone today as expected. A lot of it is being blocked out by Don Shula Stadium, but now the sun's starting to move again. The bleachers not as well covered as they once were. And same with the Diamond. That could be a key thing to look at come 5:30 and the championship game. Runner goes, the 0-1. Hit to the right side. That one snagged at second, and the side is retired. Nice job by Boros, able to flash the leather and end the inning. T3 got a 2-out single, but nothing else going. Through 2, honors even at 3 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Before we begin the third inning, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcast or social media content, based on teams in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to CrossFit Strongsville and the Healthy ECU Chiropractic Center for sponsoring today's broadcast. The Healthy ECU Chiropractic Center will present your Player of the Game honors when this one is over, and then for the last game is CrossFit Strongsville rounding out the week with one final presentation of the Player of the Game award. As well, special shout out to friend of the channel, Ben Nichols, as he was able to get media credentials to shoot the Cleveland Guardians game today. And looking at the pictures that he posted, they turned out very good, and no surprise knowing Ben. Make sure to go follow him on his account, and as well Wayne County Sports, to stay up to date on all the crazy things that he is doing, as he has done so good for somebody who, while still in school, has built a great brand, and also somebody who did some military training. So shout out to Ben, and hoping to see him make it even further as he is really taking off now. The 2-0 upstairs for ball 3. And as well, SmeeSports is looking to launch our podcast. We should be filming episodes starting in a couple of weeks, so stay on the lookout for that. The 3-0, that one is going to, I believe, hit. So now 3-1. But this game so far, a very good game. First inning, 6 combined runs. Second inning, nothing. 3-1 off the plate for ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard. Loser able to draw the walk, and that will bring on Daniel Romine. Or excuse me, that'll bring on Rolf. I have my notes out of order here, kind of go down to the bottom. The official bottom is Romine, the pitcher. He is having a DH for him, and that is Loser, who was just on. It's Rolf in the 5 slot stepping in. He had a 2 RBI double his last time up, and that was a big, big hit for OSF. As for T3, there is still some action in their bullpen. It is Joshua Loop, the rising junior at Uniontown Lake, who is warming up. So we will see if we see him in this game or not, or if he is in there more to kind of put the pressure on Steingas. And as well in the bullpen, we see Setovic hanging out. Jackson Lewis, the rising junior at Norton's, hanging out in there as well. But it is Loop who is actually throwing. And a couple of other POs around him who are not dressed for the game. No balls, 2 strikes the count. T3 looking for a big first out. The pitch. Sails upstairs for ball 1. And as well, I would be remiss if I did not thank John Carroll's baseball team for allowing us to use their press box today. Couldn't use the one on the football field, but we were able to use this one, and that allowed us to be able to do these broadcasts. So once again, thank you to John Carroll for their accommodations. Good drive into center field. That one will be tracked down and caught for out number 1. Hard fly ball, but easily caught up 2 in center. And with 1 on, 1 down, that'll bring in Nick Barros, the second baseman. A sac fly his first time up today, and that was enough to bring in the 3rd run of the game. Double play does get them out of the inning, so they do have to be careful about that. First pitch on the inside edge, just a hair inside. It's a 1-0 count. For T3 in the bottom of the inning, it is Youngglass, Fernandez, and Setovic set to hit. The 1-0. Fouled back now, 1-1. Time locally is 3:42. This game did start at around 2:50, so the time limit would be put into effect at 4:50, not 4:45 or any equivalent. I believe it would be 5:15 if we went with the initial time. But this one did start earlier than expected. The last game actually ended, I believe, at like 1:55. Connor McGowan walked it off anticlimactically. What we were told was initially the book of Premier had 9. They did a recount and realized that was run number 10, and the game then ended. The 2-1, another good ride into center field, and it will follow suit. It is caught for out number 2. After a leadoff walk, 2 up, 2 down, that'll bring in Penza, the catcher. Brady Penza over 1 in this game with a line out to 3rd. But he comes to this squad by way of Eastlake North, where he finished up his junior year a few months ago. The crazy thing to think is, come, I believe, like July 10th or 11th, these kids are halfway done with their summer break, and then it's back to school shopping time. He will pop that one up on the infield, over towards second, hanging in the sun, but it will be caught at second, and the side is retired. Good work by the T3 defense, once again able to silence the offense of OSF. This game still far from over. Middle of 3 on the east side. It is 3-all your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom 3 at John Carroll University, OSF 3, T3 3, your score on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in the battle of the 2 versus 3 seed. And now we have officially hit our number 3 quota for the afternoon. A lot of threes all the way around this game, and that is not a bad thing. That means we've had some good offense, but also in the last couple of innings, some good defense. And overall, nicely balanced game. But T3, they look to respond here. A tough bottom of the second inning. This is a squad that had hopes of coming in here and running the table. But the table has really run them early on. The 1-0. Fouled away now, 1-1. And the winner of this game will have to play a game right after this one as Premier Gambetta comes back to try and finish off an undefeated run to the championship. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Shot the foul, now 1-2. And on top of that, for this T3 squad, they were number 1 before Premier Gambetta's final game, just given their runs against Tally. But Gambetta able to get that final win, and that was enough to see them as the 1 seed. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and there is out number 1. A big strikeout for Romine. And that'll retire Young Liss. 1 up, 1 down as Cole Fernandez now steps in. Fernandez so far in this game 0 for 1 with a fly out to second base, as that was kind of a ranging play, if I remember correctly, where the ball kind of carried into the outfield, finally was able to drop, and over at second base, that was Boros with the play. But this game so far has been characterized by its start and then the rest. And kind of similar to what we saw in, I believe, game number 2 today. The tale of 2 different tapes. Offense early, defense late. The 2-0. Inside for ball 3. And this game might come down to whichever team can plate the next run. Especially if we continue to play like this, where it's slow, methodical baseball. That is most likely going to be the case. That one is going to be in there for strike 1. But given our official start time, we are nearing around the 1 hour mark in this game. The 3-0 off the plate for ball 4, and with one down, that is a big walk for T3. As Fernandez reaches, Ethan Sedovic, the right fielder, or excuse me, the EH will step in, a ground out, his only time up. Taking a quick glance at the T3 bullpen, no action as of right now. We did see some action earlier on. That could also resume once Steingas is back out on the hill. One other count as that pitch misses low. But T3 has come close in this game to breaking it open and taking the lead. Well, they have fallen short every single time. They get right up to where they need to be, but in the end, they just can't get over that final hurdle. 2-0 now the count as that one misses off the plates. But this T3 squad, big aspirations in this tournament, and as I mentioned back in the first, they still do. They're not discouraged by this. They welcome this challenge. A 2-0 in there for strike one. Romine trying to battle back into this at-bat. But for now, it is going to be Sedovic being patient. Throw back to one. He might get him. But no, he didn't. So close. He had the step, and quite frankly, he had a case that he got him, but I think maybe just a millisecond late. That's a tough one for the defense, especially if that run does come around to score. They got him on a step again, and once again, same decision. They're so close every time, it's just not close enough. And I would expect to see a shorter lead over at first now. A lot more reserved. The 2-1, good line drive into center field, but that one will be caught for out number 2. Zimmerman easily able to get underneath that one. And with 2 down, Wyatt McKee will step back in for T3. But OSF, if they would have gotten that pickoff, they would be out of the inning, but not quite. And as it is 3:50, we are 1 hour in, 1 hour left to go at most. And unless we see a run rule, I would kind of be surprised if we play all 7. Or if we don't play all 7. I kind of think that'll be the parting line, especially if the runs have dried up officially. Keep in mind the first inning of this game was 30 minutes of this. If it ends here, that means we cut the innings in half. Play like that for a little while longer, and eventually you get to the 7th inning before that time limit. Runner will take off, grounded towards short. The throw across the diamond is in time, and the side is retired. Once again, T3's offense unable to get concrete offense going. They get somebody on, but unable to move him along. Through 3, it is 3-all on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. As expected, the action in the bullpen has returned for T3, but it is still going to be Steingas on the mound as we begin the top of the 4th inning. 3s all the way around on SmeeSports. This game does decide who makes a championship to take on Premier Gambetta at around 5:30. And with that hard 90, that helps out OSF. The leadoff man is aboard by, well, being Brandon Geyer. 1 pitch, 1 hard 90, and now that'll bring in Rupel, the 9-hitter, 0 for 1 in this game. But there's going to be a spot that he bunts. He does have that mold of a true bunter. Will he lay one down, or will he be told to swing? And there's the bunt. Right on cue, called it perfectly. Throw to 1 is in time for out number 1. And now they double him up. What a job by T3's defense. Lady Luck bleeding red, 2 down. We will watch that one back. That was beautifully done by T3. First of all, the charge to get that out at first, and then as the runner overran the bag at second, they take advantage and they take the extra outs. You'll see it here, turns the corner too quick, and then on the back end, beautiful tag. Just your traditional 5-3-6 double play, I believe. Could be 4, but I believe it was 5-3-6. That brings us back to the top of the order with Simberman. Ground ball hit to second. Nice charge. Bobbles it. Recovers. Play in time. Side retired. Excellent work by the T3 defense. When they needed a big momentous inning, their defense rose to the occasion and they got it done. Halfway point of this one. Honors even. OSF 3, T3 3, your score. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. The time is truly now for T3's offense as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Top of the inning, leadoff man reaches 5-3-6 double play, and then a ground out to end the inning. They needed something like that. Something that really gets the blood pumping, something that really gets them to believe in the cause. They have it. The question is, can that translate into some offense? We've seen them get close a lot. They just haven't been able to get that final push. And if it's any time in this game, now is the best time for them to do it. Defense can translate into offense even during baseball. We've seen that so often even this summer. The biggest example, Brock Berkwin over at first base for Mash Factory had an amazing catch, one that he should not have had. And that ended the inning as he was able to reestablish on the bag at first. Then a triple followed. He was the opening run, and they won the game. Good drive into right field. That one will be called off in center, and Simperman has it for out number 1. And that'll retire Cole Charles. Peluso, the second baseman, now steps in 0 for 1 in the game with a strikeout. But very interesting, given the start of this game, 3-3 through 1, the offenses have really settled down. And I feel like that is more of a testament to how strong these defenses can be. And looking back to that last game, Premier Gambetta showed that they can put on the runs, but also that they can play the defense needed. They played 4 sound and really good innings of defense. And if they can combine the two, bring the best of both, they can win this championship. And with Escano on the mound, that is going to be big. And who's going to be on the mound for T3 or OSF? It's a question mark. Could be an Amherst kid. Could be somebody else entirely. It also could be Loop, who is warming up in the bullpen if Steingas can finish this one out. He has been better. That's the tough thing about pitching. You have to look at how have they been doing recently, not how they started the game. Now, if that early game form comes back, then yes, I understand you make that call. That one in there now, 2-2. But as a former catcher, you have to give your pitcher time to settle in. And if he can settle in and he can cruise despite giving up 3 early runs, you have to ride that cruise and hope he can get you to victory. The 2-2 is going to miss off the plate, and we are full. But going back to my point made in the bottom of the third, the first inning was 30 minutes, the next two 15 each, and that has really given us a quicker game now as the innings have gone by a little bit faster. Payoff hit foul off of the catcher, and he appears to be okay, but always a scary sight to see when they have to take off the helmet and make sure they're doing good. But now time is called. The umpires now talk to the pitcher, and as well, credit to this crew. They're doing all 5 games today. They have done a great job. They flipped. We now have the new one behind the dish for this game and the next. The old home plate umpire down at first base. They have done a tremendous job. Amid the heat, they have still carried that same jovial spirit. We've talked to them in between games. They've been very great with when the game's going to restart and thoughts on different plays. If we have that question, they have been a top-tier crew. Payoff pitch is off the plate for ball 4. And that's why the umpires we had yesterday were really good as well. We usually have them at Tri-C, but they made the trip out here to University Heights instead yesterday, and as did we, to be fair. With 1 down and 1 on, Samarin, the catcher, steps in. 0 for 1 with a fly out to Zimmerman out in center. Throw back to 1, not in time. Still a good idea, but not quick enough. And a lot of these pickoff moves are more warning shots than anything. Romine taking his time, and he will deliver. In there for strike 1. And as well, a different cadence behind the dish. We see the umpire kind of point down the line, give that traditional finger gun strike, opposed to the old umpire behind the dish, more of a firm hand. So slightly different cadences, but still easy to understand. Runner goes, the 0-1. It is off the plate now, 1-1. The tag is beautiful. There is out number 2. He tried saying he was safe, but no doubt that he was out. Penza with a beautiful chuck. One of the best that we have seen today. The rising senior at Eastlake North helps out his defense in a massive way. 1-1 the count, and immediately he goes and tells the defense the scenario. That is a true leader and a true catcher behind the dish. Doesn't take much time to celebrate the play. He's like, all right, we got to get the next one. 2 down. I like that from a leadership standpoint. The 1-1 hit down the right field line. It has a chance to stay in play, but it will go out. And now we have a 1-2 count. But it's intangibles like that. Don't know his story. Don't know if he wants to play at the college level or not. But it's the little things like that. They go back and look at the film. He's not out there going nuts that he threw out a runner. It's still a 3-3 game. Immediately puts up 2 down, tells the defense what to do. That's what colleges look for. Guys who have the great intangibles, who, if they have everything they need talent-wise, great. If not, if they think they can mold 1 or 2 game flaws, they will. And I feel like Pence is a great guy that can go to a D3 program and really make a difference after a couple of years of waiting. He can be that junior or senior who takes over, hits 300, 400, something like that, and eventually transitions into coaching if that is his true intangible, assuming that's not a one-off instance. The 1-2. Misses down low for ball 2. That is the fun part of looking at summer ball. You look at the talent, yes, but you know you have some of the top players at NEO. You look for the intangibles, and that really sets certain players apart from others. Here comes the 2-2. Well off the dish for ball 3, and we are full. In the on-deck circle for the T3 Warhawks, it is Colton Winston. A chance for OSF to get out of the 4th. Hard hit grounder picked up at short. Throw to 1. It's true, and the side is retired with a little help from the defense, specifically the catcher Penza. The side is retired in order. Through 4 here at Schweickert Field. Nothing separates T3 and OSF. Both sides even at 3 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville for sponsoring our broadcast today, and thank you as well to the 965 Midwest Challenge for partnering with us to present these broadcasts. Top of the fifth inning here at Schweickert Field on the campus of John Carroll University. 3-3 your score. All of the offense done back in the first inning. Bunt showed to begin, but pulled back. 1-0 the counts. Both starting pitchers, albeit with rocky starts, have really settled in, and they are both still in the game. The 1-0 from Steingas misses upstairs for ball 2. But this is where things can really start to shift. We're going to play 7. It just depends on which team scores first to see really how long we play into the 7th inning, if it's just the top, or if we do see T3 come back up again. But OSF is running out of time to strike because this T3 offense, they're being contained right now, but when that contagion, or really when they stop being contained, it's not going to end well. Leadoff walk for Rude, as that'll be his 3rd walk of the game. Very similar to Escano from Premier. We saw that last time. Time now called, and I think this is going to be as long as the leash of Steingas extends. As it looks like we're going to see the call to the bullpen with Loop, who has been warming up. I assume he will be coming on. But at the same time, it doesn't look like he's too urgent out there. We'll see what's going on right now in that meeting. Trying to get a good understanding of what they're actually talking about. And it looks like they just made the motion. And yes, the call to the bullpen has been made. It is going to be Loop coming on. And we're going to see them share a moment together. And we're going to see Steingas come off of the mound for T3. A good outing for him. But in the end, he is going to have to turn over the keys to the defense to Loop, who now comes in. We'll talk more about Loop when we return. Top 5, 1 on, nobody out. 3-3 your score. As Loop warms up, we will step in here and kind of preview the scenario for him. 1 on, top 5, nobody out. Josh Loop, the rising junior, come to the squad by way of Union Sound Lake. And as you see there, kind of took a slip off of the mound. Glad to see that he is okay. Or excuse me, it appears to be Lip. We were given said Loop, but it appears that is going to be Josh Lip on the pitch. Pardon us for that. But he will look to have a solid outing here. And looking at the first couple batters he has, it's Mann, Loser, and Rolf in the 3, 4, and 5 slots. Getting these outs is going to be a big deal for him. He's going to need to come out here immediately, bring some fire, bring some heat, and from there, he's going to have to be everything that we saw from Steingas in those middle innings. 2, 3, and 4, a lockdown pitcher who really did not let really anything on. Boy, that's a lot easier said than done. The infield going to go back to their spots, and we'll see one final pitch from Lip. And there is the pitch, and we'll go back to our battery angle here, as we should have a batter stepping in any moments. But Braden Mann, 2 flyouts today, a lot of power. He steps back in, and he has a chance to change this game in favor of OSF. The winner takes on Premier Gambetta after this. And we are starting to see a lot of Premier Ohio players make their way back to Schweickert Field. It'll be interesting to see what their takeaways from this game have been. First pitch to Braden Mann is in the zone, 0-1. But just like a couple of other players that we've seen today, Braden Mann, a state champion with Lake Catholic baseball. Always a fun thing to say, especially this time of year, some new state champions christened. Pops it up right side, right in front of the dugout of OSF. The play is made for out number 1. And that is a big first out recorded by T3. You need one to get to the rest, and sometimes that momentum will carry. Now Loser, the DH, steps in. 2 walks to his name so far in the game. First pitch to him is grounded over towards first. They will take the out at 1 via the step, and that'll be out number 2. But that'll put the go-ahead run in scoring position. And that is a big vote of confidence in the defense to put that one on, let him sit there, and really now work from here. And with 2 down, we are going to see Rolf step in. A 2 RBI double and a fly out to center field to his name so far in the contest. Good block behind the dish, but it's 1-0. In the bottom of the inning, it is going to be Winston, Wilkinson, and Bigham for the T3 Warhawks. Looking ahead to next week, we should have a broadcast Wednesday at a location TBD. Thursday, the plan is to be at Akron for all 5 games. Friday and Saturday, we would be off then if that does happen. Sunday, back at a location. Once again, TBD, could be Akron, could be here, could be at Kent State, as we will have some championship baseball once again. The 1-0, swing and a miss, now 1-1. And then from there, the weekends become NABF World Series, I believe. And then after July 27th, I believe, our summer will be done. So in 3 weeks from now, we will be saying sayonara until August 21st for football, potentially earlier for something else. Beautiful pitch. That's not going to hit. Now 2-1. But we have done a lot of games this summer so far. I don't know the official tally. I believe we have either surpassed 50. If not, we're probably going to hit 50 either this game or the next. Before the 2-1, Lip's going to check back the runner and not throw. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. It is Barris then Penza who will wait in the on-deck circle and the hole. 2-1 in the dirt for ball 3. Lip needs to start finding the zone. Cannot keep bouncing these in. Right now, you might just need to put one kind of higher up. Try and get that chase, and if not, you got to start to find the top of the zone, and he can't there. That'll put 2 on with 2 down. Still go-ahead run, stands at first. And as well just play devil's advocate and talk about the weather in a good way. We're also going to talk about it in a bad way. 92 degrees out, feels like 94. Top they have some humidity, but the sun is still behind, and that's where the devil's advocate comes in of, well, it's not as hot as it possibly could be, but still it is not an easy day to play baseball. Fun day given the sun, But 94-degree real feel, you add the turf, that could feel like 100 on the diamond. I got to feel for the catchers. I kind of feel like we're not going to see the same catcher in the next game, regardless of who wins this one. For Premier, we could, but I just don't see it for these guys playing back-to-back. They could if they have to, but they might have somebody else. Beautiful pitch breaking in. Now 0-2 the count. A thing of beauty from Joshua Lipp. And now he is one strike away from getting out of this inning with no damage done. No balls, 2 strikes. And time will be called. Rolf still trying to break this game open in favor of OSF. 0-2 is going to miss low for ball 1. And now off in the distance, more Premier Ohio players making their way here to Schweickert Field. And I'm sure they will begin warm-ups probably at the top of the 6th inning. The 1-2, inside edge, strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. First strikeout recorded today by Lipp, and the inning is over. Middle of 5 here in University Heights. OSF 3, T3 3, your score. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom 5, T3 and OSF tied up 3 apiece. Still looking for something to separate these two squads. We have to send somebody to the championship game at 5:30. But right now, your guess is as good as mine, and it's as good as Premier's of who is going to make it there. You do have a 50-50 shot of predicting who is going to be in there with them, but I feel like even that is a disservice to how this one's going. Time called. I believe he did get a piece. It'll be an 0-1 count, and now it appears the umpire's going to go and talk to the pitcher. Don't know exactly what's going on there, so we'll try to get a closer look in real quick. And it's left, so I think that's kind of telling us what's going on there. I think it was just an awkward hit, and now we're going to see the umpire talk with the catcher. Once again, they have been jovial all day. They have been a great umpiring duo, calling the game fair, caring for the players, and everything and in between. 0-1 the counts on Winston. Romine looking to keep this one at 3 apiece. The pitch. Ground ball hit to the left side. Has a chance to get through. Scooped up at short. Throw to 1 is a tad late. And the leadoff man is aboard via the infield single. Excellent hustle from Winston down the line, but what a snag by Rolf over at shorts. If not for that, that ball would have definitely been into the outfield. That at least gave them a chance to get the out, just couldn't get it done in the end. And now that brings up Nick Wilkinson, leadoff hitter, single and a walk to his name so far in this contest. He will bunt and pull back for ball 1. But I like that aggression from the Warhawks. They know they need to run this inning. They know they need it. So why not play small ball to make sure they have the best opportunity possible to earn it? Pass ball will do them wonders as well. The 1-0 bunt pulled back for ball 2. And given that, I kind of feel like you wait and take whatever you get here. The bunt can be very helpful, yes, but patience also can be. 2 balls, no strikes. Bunt shown again, pulled back for ball 3, and I think now it's more of sportsmanship than anything that he'll show it. It's a 3-0. You kind of have to sit in there and look competitive, otherwise that zone is going to get really big. Throw back to first, not going to be in time. The one big concern, though, for T3 entering the championship game, and same for OSF if they make it there. Can the offense actually hit for more than one inning, which has been a big question mark in this game? The 3-0 pulled back. It bounces in for ball 4, and that'll put 2 on with nobody out. Time will be called, and I think this will be the call to the bullpen. Romine has done pretty much all that he can for this OSF squad. But there comes a time where you have to make that decision. It's not an easy one. We'll see it here. Not a guarantee, as right now it just looks like a basic conversation between the guys. But we'll see what they end up doing. It's a very interesting call. I definitely see both ends of it. I see why you keep him in, but I also see why you make that change. It's not an easy call, and that is why being a head coach, no matter the level, is one of the most difficult jobs in all of baseball. Being a GM where you make all the changes, that's important too. A lot of positions in baseball are important, but maybe none more important than being the head skipper. And it looks like OSF's skipper is going to keep his trust in his starting pitcher. Romine is going to stay in this game, and now a last-second word said here. And that is where he is going to leave this one. 2 on, nobody out. Bingham, a chance to bring him in. T3 still some action in their bullpen, but I would assume they're going to keep a lip in, just given how well he pitched in the top of the inning. But a chance for the Warhawks to take their first lead of this game. Romine, he will fake back to 2, not going to throw. Don't mind that idea. I think that conversation is going to be, if you can take somebody off the base path, you do it. This OSF squad has been aggressive today. They know they are the underdog in this game, and they know that they have to earn every little bit of praise they get from this game, and so far they are really holding their own against one of the best teams in the area at this level. First pitch misses inside for ball 1, almost hitting Bingham. After the shortstop, it goes to Ryan Younglis, the third baseman. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Romine fires. Bunt shown, but pulled back. And now it'll be a 2-0 count. I think if this is a walk, we will see that call to the bullpen made. And then from there, T3, they'll have a chance to kind of slam the door if they can get everybody around. 2 balls, no strikes. Romine trying to answer. Bunted down the left side, but foul. Count now 2-1. It was close to the zone, but kind of looking at that one, I thought it was going to be a ball. So a big call to try and lay that one down. Maybe that was a you have to lay this one down kind of situation. But if not, I'm kind of surprised he tried. 2 balls, 1 strike. First base in, ready to charge the bunt. So second base will have to be ready to cover the bag at 1. Brings it inside, and it'll be foul now, 2-2. Nicely done by Romine. left that first one off the plate. That time brings it inside. If anything, it's an awkward jam, and you can easily get that out at 3 to get that force from behind the dish. And then from there, you could potentially get another out. The jam is a big, big play, and if it's done right, it is one of the more deadly ways that you can get a foul tip on a bunt. Romines 2-2. Good drive down the left field line. That one is going to get down, and it is going to be called foul. A big, big fly ball, but in the end, it's foul, and we will see it again. Couple of more feet to the right, and T3 would have the lead. But they're going to have to wait for this one. Bigham had the right drive, the right everything, but just not the right official landing spot. 2 balls, 2 strikes, still the count. Romine tries again for out number 1, brings it in, and loses it in, and we are full. In the on-deck circle after Bigham, once again, it is Youngless, then Fernandez. A chance for T3 to load up the bases. Here comes the payoff pitch, driven right up the middle, and it is through into center field. They are going to send the go-ahead run home. The play will not happen at home, and T3 has their first lead of the semifinals. Cooper Bigham gets the job done. A great shot up into center, and at long last, the 2 seed is in the driver's seat. In the meantime, we will have a call to the bullpen made by the OSF baseball squad. They're going to take Romine out of this one. He will get his round of applause, as he should. He pitched a great game today, but this one, as of now, belongs to the T3 Warhawks. Pitching change upcoming here in University Heights. T3 up for the first time today. 4-3 your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Kyle Rush now on the mound for OSF in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4-3 the score. T3 finally takes their first lead of the game, and they look to hold on to that one and cruise on into the championship game that is set to follow this one. The winner of this game takes on a very talented Premier Gambetta squad. Looking at the time limit as well, I believe 4:50 is the last time we could start a new inning. There's a chance we don't even see the 7th. And that will be our first time limit ending of the day. but I think still that will put us on track to finish today on time and start the championship at 5:30. Still 2 runners on, nobody out, and I think T3 has one goal in mind: pour on the runs. They're going to try and score as many as humanly possible in this inning, and if they can, there's a good chance that they can end it here. That'd be a shock if they can go all that way. But at the same time, this T3 offense, they have been bottled up for so long. They have been waiting to explode, and here is their explosion. 0-1 the count on Younglis. Ryan just finished up his sophomore campaign, just like McKee at Keystone. The 0-1 upstairs. Penza will fake the throw back to 1. Or excuse me, back to 2. Fake that back pick attempt just to try to scare the runner. But 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Rush sets, checks, and fires. Ground ball hit to second. That one is going to be scooped up. Throw to 2 in time. Throw to 1, not quite. That'll put him at the corners with 1 down. I would say a productive out, as that does move 1 runner up to third. And now your insurance run is kind of close. And that gives Cole Fernandez a chance to bring him in. Fernandez so far in this game, a flyout and a walk. In the top of the 6 for OSF, it is Penza, Leisure, and Rupel. Once again, runners to the corners. This could be a first and third kind of situation where you see the runner go. And he will on the first pitch. They're going to fake the throw down. It's indifference on paper. And that is going to put 2 runners in scoring position. The energy right now completely with T3. Fernandez an even easier opportunity to bring some insurance on. One ball, no strikes, the count. Rush sets and fires. Bunt shown, but pulled back. And that one will be taken for ball 2. Once again, checking the time, around 20 minutes until we're at the 2-hour mark. And from there, we cannot start any new innings. So even more so, it's looking like OSF will have one final opportunity, and it is going to be the 6th. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Good cut down the right field line. That one is going into the corner. 2 runs are going to score. 6-3 now the score. Fernandez cruising into third, and he is going to be in there. A big 2 RBI triple for Cole Fernandez. T3, 1 foot in the championship. A big drive down the line by Fernandez. Now a 3-run lead. This offense has been streaky today, but when push comes to shove, they are getting the job done here. And now it is Sedovic stepping in. A ground out and a fly out so far in this game. Hit right back up the middle. It is an RBI single for Sedovic. That'll make it 7-3 T3. This offense not done quite yet. And time is called. You're going to have a courtesy runner in. Sedovic has done his job, and it'll be D. Pompey coming on to run. I think Premier Gambetta understands who they're going to go up against in the championship now, and now it's time to get ready for a redemption game against these T3 Warhawks. Still 1 down. Wyatt McKee steps in, trying to keep the hit parade going. Rush checks, sets, and fires. Breaks in there and misses upstairs for ball 1. Once again, that championship game it's supposed to start in around an hour. Stay with us for that one, as it should be a good game right now between T3 and Premier Gambetta. 1-0 almost hits on that one, is to the backstop. That'll make it a 2-0 count. what should be a fun championship game. This is what we expected heading in. We expected that chalk championship, and it looks like chalk will prevail, at least for the time being. OSF, they will have an opportunity to respond. But the question is, if T3 can't hit like this for a long period of time, will they have that chance? 2-0 upstairs for ball 3. 8 runs after 5 is enough to seal a run rule, and they are 4 runs away from that now. Just to put that into your mind, as that could be a interesting nugget to look at come the end of this inning. 3-0, booted left, ball 4, put him at the corners. Still one down, that'll bring in Cole Charles. Now it's time called, as we will have another mound visit. I don't know if we see the aggressive call to pull the pitcher, but it looks like we will. That is going to be the end of Rush's day on the mound. We are going to see a third arm come in this game for OSF. 4-run game, T3 up 7-3. This is the Warhawks game. They control their own destiny. New pitcher on when we return. Anthony Wooten, the rising senior at Ashtabula Lakeside, now on to pitch in the bottom of the 5th inning. T3 4 runs away from getting a run rule victory. Already 4 runs scoring in the inning. And now the run rule inducing run stands in the on-deck circle. But first, it is going to be Cole Charles stepping in. 1 for 2 in this game with an RBI single and a flyout to his name. First pitch from Wooten is off the plate for ball 1. Last game, we did see a run rule 10-0 victory for Premier in 4 innings. I doubt we're going to see a run rule like that in the game to follow. I'd be very surprised if we saw one, period. The 1-0 misses down low for ball 2. But right now, T3 just playing the patient game, and that can definitely reward them with that run rule, which seemed unthinkable entering the frame. Or right now, what might be even more on the horizon, the time limit win. 2-0 off the plate for ball 3. Just because we started early doesn't mean that we go 2 hours from when the game was supposed to start. 2:50 is your time limit, and based on this, if we don't see the run rule, we're going to see the top of the 6th be it for OSF. 3-0 finally connects to the edge, now 3-1. But I believe pretty much all of Premier Gambetta is here. Not getting warm quite yet, as they don't know how much time this game has left. But it's looking more and more likely that we will start that championship game at around 5:30 as anticipated. 3-1 is going to miss for ball 4, and that will load up the bases for A.J. Peluso. And you can feel the energy here at Schweickert Field. The T3 faithful, they are feeling a championship appearance. They expect it now, and they know they are so close to getting there. Pezzullo would be the run rule inducing run in this 5th inning. But this is an unprecedented run from T3. 4 runs already scoring. If they get 4 more, if they win the game outright, he will take ball 1. OSF fans not too happy with that miss. It looked good from this angle, but maybe just a hair out. But I would say that one was a lot closer than it was to being in than it would be to being out. That one flown off of some metal. And we do not see where that reverb went. Kind of an awkward ding. Now 1-1 the count. As well, final score update from Stark County. Forest, Ohio in the WRCL has taken down the Stark County Terriers by a final of 4-3. Two balls, 1 strike the count, bases loaded, 1 down. The pitch. Down low for ball 3. Or no, they're going to say it's a strike, 2-2. Looked low, but just hitting the bottom of the zone. Wooten looking for out number 2 here to try and get this inning back. And that one will miss for ball 3. We are full. Bases loaded. A walk here makes it 8-3. Still 1 down in the inning. The payoff pitch from Wooten. That one is down low for ball 4, and that'll make it a 5-run game. 8-3 now the score. And now the run rule inducing run stands at first. It is Samarin stepping in, 0-for-2 in this game. A big crack, kind of similar to the one that we saw from McGow. And this one would be over with. And that is their goal right now. The time limit still getting closer and closer. There's a chance we don't even see the 6th inning without the run rule. First pitch is going to miss for ball 1. If this is the final inning, I would expect the championship game to get underway at around 5:15. Not 5, but split the difference, still 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The 1-0, going to miss for ball 2. And last weekend, we also did get lucky and started that championship early. Every other game kind of started on time. We've been early all day this one, dragging out a little bit more. But still not a bad thing as we still have 1 great game left to go. Swing and a miss on the 2-0, now 2-1. But I kind of think then if T3 has to go back out on offense in the bottom of the 6th, that it's going to be, okay, we played 2 minutes and they're done. Wooten's 2-1, going to miss for ball 3. 1 more ball, and that would make it a 6-run game. It'll be interesting to see who is going to be pitching for T3 in that championship game. I'm sure we'll have some clarity on that in a few minutes. But from what we've heard, a couple of the big-name guys on their staff are not eligible to pitch today. But Premier, they have their ace in their back pocket. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch off the plate for ball 4, and that will bring in another run. Now 9-3. And time call, we're going to have another mound visit, and the more and more we see these mound visits and pitching changes, the more and more we're going to see that time limit really just kind of come into effect and end this game. We're going to see if Wooten is taken out or not. But here he is getting some words of encouragement. If he is taken out, then we would see our 4th pitcher of the inning. You're going to see Romine come back out, and we will see if he does come in or not. We'll just kind of give some words of wisdom. It appears Wooten is going to stay in the game, which I think is the right decision, especially that time that you have to warm up with the pitcher. He probably wouldn't throw because the time limit would then be hit. We'll see him here getting ready to go. 2 more runs, and this one belongs to T3. It is Winston. He led off the inning with a single, and he has a chance to close it out with a single again. Yeah, Premier Gambetta, all of their players, it appears, have gone to officially get ready. First pitch on the edge for strike 1. Time 4:43. I believe we have like 7 minutes then left to go and still 2 outs to get. And the only out recorded in this inning was a fielder's choice. The 0-1 is going to break and miss, evening up the count. 4 walks in a row this inning surrendered by OSF, 5 total. In this game as a whole, 9. Wooten's 1-1, grounded up the middle. This could be a double play. They will get the out at 2, but not at 1. They bring in one more. 10-3 now the score. Runners at the corners. Run rule inducing run 90 feet away. And now it is Wilkinson's time to try and put this one to bed. I wouldn't be surprised if we see T3 try to get a run down here, try and bring that runner across and win the game that way. As of right now, we will play the top of the next inning. First pitch is low for ball 1, but beyond the top, I don't think we're going to play. Stay with us after this game goes to final as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Then after that, we will go on to the championship game. The 1-0 in there now, 1-1. A pass ball also does the trick for T3. All 7 runs of their lead have come in this inning. OSF, they were able to compete for the first 4.5, but the bottom of the 5th, the hurdle they could not get over. The 1-1 misses inside for ball 2. After Wilkinson, the last possible batter that we could see in this inning is Bigham, and he would be up then. The reason why he's the last possible is if this is a hit or it's a walk, bases then load. It's going to be a pass ball. He's going to stay put. But then the bases will be loaded. If one comes in, the game's over. If not, then the inning's over. But a 3-1 count, 2 runners in scoring position. The back one is more there for show. And it looks like they're just going to walk them. So Bigham, the last hitter probably of the game for the T3 Warhawks. He will step in. Bases loaded, 2 down. A walk wins the game. A base hit wins the game. A hard 90 wins the game. Anything that does not result in an out and brings in a run wins the game for T3. Up by 7 and a chance to get this one done right at the time limit. And as well, if this at-bat exceeds the time limit for some reason, then the game would just end here. First pitch in there for strike 1. And by the time that everybody's out there, I feel like they're going to play it regardless since the home team is winning. But T3, they would kind of hurt if they had to go back out there again, especially with their pitching. A 1's going to miss now, 1-1. If we don't have to see them again defensively, I think Lip could be a back-end reliever in the next game. It just depends on that official pitch count. Not only for today, but also for the entire tournament. And time called before the 1-1. Either way, T3 has made a statement in this 5th inning, and they have flipped this game on its head. The 1-1 backs him out for ball 2. If it hits him, that's it. And I think that's in the back of his mind that if it's one he can't get out of the way of, he knows, okay, at least we win because of it. 2 balls, 1 strike the count, still bases loaded. Fouls that one away now, 2-2. It'll be interesting given how close we are to that limit if they do run the offense of OSF back out there. It also still depends on what happens here. Maybe 2 pitches or less left to go in this inning. The 2-2 misses down low for ball 3. We are full. If it's not fouled, this is going to be the last pitch of the inning. A foul keeps it alive. Anything else, and this is it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. T3 looking to book a place in the championship game to follow. The payoff pitch, grounded up the middle, and it'll be a fielder's choice to retire the side. The time is 4:48, and we will see what the decision is of if they're going to bring out the offense or not. And it looks like they're checking the watch now to see. T3 starting to come on out. And they're going to talk about it as we are right at that limit. I think the conversation is, when do they officially start that clock? And they're going to say that is the time limit. No, they're not. It's going to be... Now, wait. They initially said no. Now they're saying yes, it is. OSF's ready to hit. T3 is on the diamond, ready to go. And the umpires have just said the time limit has been reached, and that is going to do it. OSF not very happy with that decision, but the time limit has been reached. A full inning is done. They are the away team. They're at the mercy of the time limit, and the time limit does not like them right now. And they're starting to try and argue a minute here. Either way, 10-3 the final. T3 is going to win it. They will play Premier Gambetta in the championship game. But we will step aside one final time and hear a word from our sponsors, then be back on to announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. 10-3, your final in game number 2 of the semifinals. T3 advances to the championship game, and they will take on the number 1 seed, Premier Ohio Gambetta, in the 17U Jakob Gehring Woodbat Memorial World Series title game that is to follow this one. First pitch anticipated at around 5:15, I would say, but we will have updates once we officially have that set in stone. Our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, it is Cole Fernandez for the T3 Warhawks. His 2 RBI triple put T3 on top. And from that point, they did not look back. That really solidified the win. It helped keep the offense going. And then they didn't look back, scored 4 more. And now here is their 10-3 victory. And they are in the Chalk Championship, 1 versus 2. The top 2 seeds are going to battle this one out. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram at SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to reach 4,500 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It has no cost, but it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. As well, if you want to become a broadcast sponsor with your business, there is the information on your screen on how you can contact us and get involved with the SmeeSports movement. But that'll do it for game number 4 of the day. time to go and switch on over to game link number 5. It is time for the 2025 Jakob Gehring Woodbat Memorial World Series Championship between Premier Ohio and the T3 Warhawks. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Schweickert Field, and we will see you again in a few moments. This has been the 2025 Jakob Gehring Woodbat Memorial World Series on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time.